Okay. Now this is baking soda. I've been using baking soda shampoo, like put water and baking soda together, and then go in the shower and use apple cider water with vinegar. Apple cider vinegar with water. Excuse me. I'm glad my speaking of a part Latina, part black chick, Trina. She part Dominican. She brought this out on her Facebook. Y'all, girl, here go my girl, my black and Hispanic girlfriend. Okay. Let me make sure it doesn't get on my eye. Dang it, cause oh Jesus, hold up. I ain't taking no. Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna talk more about the Joe Lopez. So more information is coming out. Excuse me, George Lopez. Okay. So Alexis, the blaxican chick that was the heckler, and I do believe now that she is probably was the heckler, but I still give George Lopez a side eye. Her Hispanic friend, her Latino friend, named it's a Jose Cosado. I'm not mistaken. I have to go look back on the clip and see the name of the person. It's none, and he said that he was it was quite opposite, that she got up and said, I'm black and Mexican, flipped them out, Mexican black, and next thing he told her to sit down, bitch, and all this other stuff, and he said they both of them said it was wrong how he handled it, but they gonna go to see George Lopez. I'm sorry. You see, one thing, y'all don't have my conscience. One, just like I do my own family, my own familia, okay? Once you stab me in the back, once you hurt me and talk to me any kind of way, I know 9 10 you might gonna do it again. And I ain't perfect. Goes back to what the stewards should show trustworthy in the fourth Corinthians. I ain't perfect, but I noticed, for trusting them, they have to prove me trustworthy. So the time I start to open my heart and forgive them or whatever, but if they notice they're gonna do it again, 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 and this situation will not die out, I'm not coming to see you. And I'm glad I never went to a George Lopez show. And I did more backtracking of this man, talking about that his grandmother, she has dementia, and she see every time she see a sister, it's Supremes, Diana Ross, and I'm glad he pointed out that he's more darker. And I said this already, he's more darker than his grandmother. Okay, um, when he was talking to Mario Lopez on one of the interviews, he mentioned that his mother, which I can relate because both my grandparents raised me on my dad's side. My mother and father was not financially, and I will add to my own observation, was not mentally or psychologically able to raise me. And me and my dad was like, we did not get along growing up. How he treated me, and I know he watches his channel, which I don't care, but I don't like the stuff he do, and I will take legal action. Okay, and listen to my mom too. She wasn't the stuff. That's why I have bipolarism, because of not only them two, but also his parents as well. And those in the family who agree with that dysfunctional upbringing. That's why I don't agree with certain things that certain people discipline their kids. And if I brought children to the world, which I do plan on getting married and having kids, but when I get financially stable, you better not do that to my children. I will hurt you. I will not attempt to put you in the grave. Okay. So they go to anybody out there. I have found whatever the worst gun out there. And you can't call it that because I don't have no kids yet, but this is for future references, and I do not make threats, I make promises. If you do something, the Lord have to intervene in that situation. If you do put your hand on my kids and talk to my kids in the kind of way, I will come out there and hurt you, okay? Because I remember as a little child growing up in the 80s and also getting older in the 90s, that situation was not a good thing, okay? So, but his mother was not, he mentioned, was not mentally able to carry. Okay, so she took care, and what it is that Benny, the grandmother who raised him, the one he's more darker of, she had bad experience with her first husband, so she always had psychological issues. Okay, she also was a psychological, and she, as he meant on other clips, that she hated black people. I don't know why. I know that back today they made Latinos being classified as white, okay, when they're not, they're mixed, okay. But the idea you hating, just like I said about my great aunt, my grandmother on my dad's side's oldest sister, okay, the one who died almost 10 years ago, she'll be 80 in 4th of July if she was still alive next year, okay. No, she wouldn't be 80, she'd be 100, excuse me, because 1918, okay. And she's my great grandfather, one who's got the Spanish, the French, and the English, the Irish. Okay, and the American, they call him Grandpa Red. My great grandfather on my mom's side, He's 1 year older than her. And I remember when they told me that, when my grandma and my mom told me that her dad was born in 1919, I said, oh my God. I said, well, my grandmother, older sister, was born in 1819, I mean, in 1918, excuse me. She means she's 1 year older than my great grandfather. And that's my mom's grandfather, okay? So it's kind of weird. It is weird. And so, okay, that means that when I turn 40, my great grandfather will be 100, okay? Weird. And my great grandma and my grandmother on my mom's side, she'll be 80. So it's weird. We're getting old. But the great aunt, that's on my dad's side. And that's, I'm let you know, that's my grandmother's oldest sister. That was the first child. That's who have a dad that was dark chocolate with naturally straight hair. This is a printer, but he had naturally straight hair, okay? And his father, the one who like a black Mexican. Let's get that straight. Because they say he like a black Mexican. They said my grandmother on my dad's side, that grandfather like a black Mexican. Because his mother looked like a white woman, part black and English. And then his dad was full blown Choctaw, and that is very strong because I don't even have chest hair, okay? Even though my great grandfather on my mom's side, his mother, okay, was black and Native American, okay? And his father was black and English, no, black and English, that's right. Black and English, Irish, French, Spanish, dog it. You know what I'm saying? So, because his mother was black and in 910, black and Spanish because her dad last name Real. For his, her grandparents were from Louisiana on her dad's side. And then his father, was a white man, and his father's mother was the one who related to Thea Bacon. Grandma Edna, she was Irish and English, okay, mostly English. I traced her roots all the way to 1590 England. And then her husband, which is my grandfather, one like white man's dad, he was Creole. And they say he was Creole, but there's no French on that side, so it had to be the dad. And he was classified as white when he was a little child, but when he married Grandma Anna, the one who had her dad last name Real, okay, they both were classified as black because they one drop mess. And then the son, for some doggone reason, Gilly, was classified as mulatto for 1910 and 1920 census. It's weird how they did. It's weird how they did that mess, okay? But let's get back to the subject. So, point is, I mean, that's nothing to be joking about. I'm embarrassed if it's a racist in the family, okay? And they're the ones who will give you the hell when you're out with the person you love, okay? They don't try to sabotage your relationship, sabotage that person in the relationship. That's why I take issue of this problem. But going back to this situation, the grandmother of George Lopez is less darker than him. That meant that he was a dark-skinned Mexican, and she probably didn't know that there was some African DNA in her family, besides the indigenous, okay? And she wanted to light up the next generation. And besides that white category in Latino community back at the Bill Guadalupe, the Hidalgo bill been signed, the Treaty of Guadalupe, you know what I'm saying? The mentality trying to buy into white culture, knowing that socially you're not accepted as white. Okay, let's get that straight. Socially you ain't accepted as white because you're not look white. Majority don't look white. That mentality. Okay, they did have segregation. Well, they had Mexican schools and white schools in California. And Jessica Alba talked about that on PBS. How a lot of cousins, a lot of relatives on her dad's side, her grandparents, they were able to go, who had red hair and blonde hair, can go to the white school, and the dark ones had to stay in the Mexican school. You know what I'm saying? And there is Afro-Mestizo DNA and her, them big lips, okay, because it's on PBS, not on George Lopez. They mentioned George Alba was a sister. Now, when she played that yellow bone girl and honey, that shit was a damn sister, okay? She was an Afro-Latina, because I thought that she was Puerto Rican when I saw her on Dark Angel. But no, I said, oh yeah, that's that African-Mexican DNA in her that make her look like a damn sister. But anyway, I like a yellow bone sister, okay? You know what I'm saying? It does. For example, if she was, let's say she was in Louisiana somewhere, and we was, and then how the Mexicans there, before Katrina situation, okay? Everybody think this girl was Creole, okay? It's called like it is, okay? So, let's get to the subject. So, point is, okay, her mom is white, okay? Talking about Jessica Alba, but let's get to the subject, okay? So, George Lopez's grandmother really has self-hating, wishing that the later generation was white. And it's sad that it's still bothering him today. He had a black girlfriend, Coco black girlfriend. I'm trying not to use one drop mentality, okay? And she said, "Don't you bring her to the house? She'll be dead or something. You make one of us die or something like that." And you know, old people used to, you killing me. I'm like, somebody say in my head, "Well, go ahead and die then." Yeah, I'm for real. I have my grandmother says on my dad's side. That's what I'm talking. We get to, and I'm like, I'm not trying to kill you. I don't have no knife to you, but if you go ahead, I'm strong enough because I don't do no more drama. Or I killed my own self. I don't have a cat. Well, that's what the idea came from. Me being suicidal was to get from drama, just take my own life. Don't have to worry about that. But that's good that I never did. But the point is, I tried to do to them and do to people at school mistreated me and the folks and yeah, thank you. It was just too much hell. But point is, that is the real reason why that I see the reason why that he's like this. You know, your family, your parent, your dad was not in your life, and I bet you that his dad was probably a darker Mexican. So in order to push in his head, and he was a friendly guy at the time, you know, children are innocent, and he loved this sister. And all of a sudden, his grandma said, "I don't want you going with this woman," you know, and you know, it's just no different than my mom who raised me. When I mentioned about the girl who's part Puerto Rican, who's Hispanic as well. And I'm like, I'm gonna date who the hell I want. That you're not gonna tell me, okay, about you bring me in the world. You should abort me at the point playing hood. Okay, for real. I'm sorry, I don't believe in abortion. But if you wanted me to be in the world in turmoil, you might well, you know, she lied and told my dad she was on the PO. That's why my dad didn't know until next year. That's tell the business out there, but it's all like yes. So it's next 79. Okay, and trust me, all the drama. Sometimes I wish that pill did work. Okay, because I don't ever want to be in turmoil because someone else in it because they feel entitlement to put that bullshit in my life. So and I'm glad for Jesus. I mean for I ain't perfect, but glad that Galatians 4 represents my adult rights. Okay, you know Galatians chapter 4 verses 1 to 2, 1 to 4 or whatever 1 to 7 defends my rights to do whatever I want to. I have to no longer obey her because I am a grown man. But the point is, and people forget the separation of family, Matthew 10, okay? The point is that I just don't. George Lopez, and let me let you know, and also to go back to Lexi, the mixed race chick, I would never go to his show, and he disrespected you, okay? Calling you a bitch and everything. I boycotted, and like, for example, I'm glad to find this out. And I see why this dude went to extreme to dress up as Donald Trump. Like he wanted, then he told me he gonna leave. And you had chick, and I defend. Y'all know last December I defended George Lopez because a lot of these portals here in Houston who are Republican who voted for Trump was dissing and bashing George Lopez. Okay, so now you make this stupid ass joke and like it's something to be proud of. And next thing you want people to be on your side. I'm not D.L. Hillary. D.L. is a coon. You know, I never get on BET tonight with Terrence Smiley. That's how old I am. I'm gonna get this. This fool that I'm glad that what's that man who's by my complexion that took over the NAACP after Benjamin Chavis did left and went to Nation of Islam and Farrakhan. He has an African name that he changed. He by my complexion. He had a flat top. Well, anyway, I can't say his name, but he was a president at the time, and they were talking about stereotypes. And Derek Hewley is the same guy that said, "Well, I'm glad for Amos and Andy." I'm glad for Amos and Andy, and he's excuse me, we don't need to be buffoons. That's what the brother from NAACP, and I'm glad he said that. So if you have someone that say I backtrack these people, these careers, and did Hewlett make fun of white people on his show, that's why he defending him. And if I was a white actress, I would have walked off. Okay, you don't defend me on your show. If I can't call you a nigga, you can call me cracker, make fun. I do agree with that. And you're behind camera like me, you know that damn well that they were not on damn stage. You know they were dark. That's what George Lopez said that some of the nurses was black as purple on his Supremes and grandma. Yeah, okay, I heard that. Well, I don't. None of us are purple or close to black as this damn fucking do-rag. So that is mixed DNA. That's why nobody can't tell me I'm not damn fucking mixed, okay? So point is, you saying black DNA, black one drop mess because you gotta get more money and care to those who actually don't care about you because you have to lie for them. I'm sorry, they can't take you for who you are and not try to make you change your, I'm my own person. I'm a strong, independent person, okay? I'm my own individualistic person. I don't buy it for nobody. I do things the fuck I want to do, and if you don't like it, get the fuck out. I'll be like Jorlo, get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? I do it for you. Get out, okay? That's how I am when it comes to my damn life. You're not gonna tell me what the fuck I was supposed to do. I don't care if you don't like I said, my mom and dad, whatever. I'ma do what the hell I want to do, okay? They only live once. Let me live my life the way I want to. So, point is, That's what I'm saying. So now I see why. And I did mention mejor raza. I mean, mejor, mejor raza, excuse me, mejor raza, to better the race. That's exactly what she was teaching him. Because he was a dark and he was darker than her. And she was afraid that her kids, if she did go, he go with her sister, they might come out looking more like me, carrying all more dark and may look like Roger on Tyra Banks show. You know, no, the one that who will hate his Mexican side. Okay, yeah, okay, or look like Shaw Jackson. You know, Shaw Jackson dark skin. She fine, blaxican, Puerto Rican, Native American sister. Okay, you're not defending her with my mask on. Yeah, I remember I had that facial mask on. I went, I had a bunch of views. Thank y'all for watching that video. Cause on ethnicceleb.com, they've been dissing this sister, this beautiful chocolate, blaxican, Borican, black Indian sister, and I had to defend her for that. But anyway, let me go ahead and go. Bye, y'all. Have a nice day.